Let me take you on a journey. A journey that will completely change how you think about wealth. Most people spend their entire lives chasing money. They believe that financial success is the ultimate goal, that if they just make enough money, everything else will fall into place. But what if I told you that being rich and being wealthy are two completely different things? That's exactly what Sahil Bloom explores in the 5 Types of Wealth. He breaks down what it really means to be truly rich. If you think wealth is just about money, you might actually be broke in the areas that matter most. And today, we're going to dive deep into each of these 5 types of wealth, not just with concepts, but with powerful real-life examples and case studies from the book. Examples that will completely change how you think about success. Let's begin. The trap of financial wealth. When we talk about wealth, most people automatically think about money, your income, your net worth, your savings, your investments. It's the number you see when you check your bank balance. And yes, money is important. It gives you options. It provides security. It can buy comfort, convenience, and even opportunities. But here's where people get it wrong. They chase financial wealth at the expense of everything else. Sahil Bloom shares the story of Daniel, a highly successful corporate lawyer. Daniel had worked tirelessly for years, climbing the corporate ladder and earning a 7-figure salary. He owned a luxurious penthouse in Manhattan, drove an expensive sports car, traveled to exotic locations for business. From the outside, it looked like he had won the game of life. But inside, he felt trapped. He barely saw his kids. He missed birthdays, school plays, and weekend soccer games. He was always on his phone, responding to work emails. Even during family vacations, his stress levels were through the roof. He suffered from chronic back pain, from years of sitting at a desk for long hours. One night, Daniel had a health scare, a sharp chest pain that landed him in the hospital. Lying there, he had a terrifying realization. Despite all his financial success, he had sacrificed his time, his relationships, and his health. For what? Was he truly wealthy? Or just financially rich but emotionally and physically bankrupt? This is where we need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Money is just one piece of the puzzle. And that brings us to the next form of wealth. Time wealth. The wealth you can never earn back. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. Time wealth is about having control over how you spend your hours, days, and years. Sahil Bloom shares the story of Lisa, a tech executive who walked away from her high-powered career to reclaim her time. For years, she worked 14-hour days, convinced that if she just worked hard enough, she'd eventually be free. Then one day, she ran into an old friend, a friend who had taken a completely different path. Her friend had chosen a modest-paying job that allowed her to work remotely. She spent her afternoons hiking, painting, and being with family. Lisa was shocked. Her friend wasn't making millions, but she was truly living. It hit Lisa like a ton of bricks. She had been sacrificing her most precious asset, her time, for money. She didn't even have the freedom to enjoy. Most people don't realize they're doing this until it's too late. Look at the world's wealthiest people. The ones who seem the happiest aren't the ones working 24/7. They're the ones who have built systems that allow them to step back and actually live. Imagine waking up without an alarm, spending your time doing things you love, taking a vacation whenever you want. That's real wealth. Are you earning a living? Or are you living your life? Social wealth. Your net worth is in your network. There's a Harvard study that followed people for over 80 years. It was searching for the secret to happiness. The answer wasn't money. It wasn't fame. It wasn't career success. It was relationships. Social wealth is about having strong, meaningful connections, family, friends, mentors, a supportive community. Sahil shares a powerful case study about an entrepreneur named Mark. Mark built a billion-dollar company, but in the process, he neglected his friendships and his family. By the time he reached his financial peak, he looked around and realized something heartbreaking. He had no one to celebrate with. His marriage had ended. His children barely spoke to him. His closest friends had moved on. He had won the game of business, but he had lost the game of life. Compare that to another man Sahil writes about, an elderly gentleman named Walter. Walter wasn't rich by financial standards, but every week he played golf with his best friends. He had Sunday dinners with his family. He volunteered in his local community. At his 80th birthday party, his house was filled with people who loved him. Who was truly wealthy? Social wealth is about investing in people. No amount of money can replace deep, meaningful connections. If you lost everything today, your job, your savings, who would be there for you? Who would you call? If you can't answer that question, it's time to invest in your real wealth, your relationships, physical wealth, the foundation of it all. What's the point of having millions if you don't have the health to enjoy it? Sahil Bloom shares the case of a high-powered executive named Chris. Chris spent decades grinding, sacrificing sleep, skipping workouts, eating junk food on the go, all in the pursuit of financial success. By the time he hit 50, he was diagnosed with a serious illness. Suddenly, all the money in the world meant nothing. Physical wealth is your health, energy, and longevity. It's not just about avoiding disease. It's about feeling alive. A healthy person has 1,000 dreams, but a sick person has only one: to be healthy. Are you sacrificing your body for short-term gains? Or are you building real wealth by taking care of your health today? Mental and spiritual wealth. The key to everything. This is the type of wealth that most people ignore until they feel its absence. Mental and spiritual wealth is about your peace of mind, your mindset, your sense of purpose. Sahil shares the story of a multi-millionaire named Tom. Tom had everything: money, status, luxury, but he was anxious, restless, constantly chasing the next big achievement. He realized that despite his financial success, he was mentally broke. Contrast that with a monk Sahil met in India. This monk had almost nothing material, but he radiated peace and contentment. Who was richer in the ways that actually matter? No amount of external success can fix a broken internal world. Are you chasing achievements? Or are you building inner wealth? So how wealthy are you? True wealth isn't just about money. It's about time. It's about relationships. It's about health. It's about peace of mind. If you're missing any of these, you're not truly wealthy. Look at your life. Which type of wealth are you neglecting? What's one small step you can take today to build a richer life? Drop a comment below. Because the goal isn't just to be rich, it's to be free.